Hello, Morrowind world. My Morrowind here, yet again, with another short video I just wanted to go over with you. So as you noticed, I have a grass mod, which I don't usually do. But, I figured out that the way I was installing the grass mod before was actually hurting my performance, and I didn't even install it correctly. So as you can see, there's really no performance loss, more or less, at least not in my FPS. It's very minimal, the frame rate loss. Let me actually change the day. Oh gosh, Daggeth, I don't need to hear anything from you, Daggeth. I got my stuff under wraps here. So, anyway, dang it, what enemy? Is it a bandit? It must be this bandit over the cliff. So, but I want to make this video primarily about my experience between intelligent textures and Morrowind enhanced textures, because it seems to be a question that a lot of people have. What other enemy is here? Is it a rat or something? I just want to... So, long story short, I can definitively say that Morrowind enhanced textures is the way to go. Why do I say that? I had intelligent textures for the longest time. I'm just trying to get to daytime here, people. It won't stop raining, though. What a sad day. But I had intelligent textures for the longest time, and it was great. But I had some issues with something else, and so I was like, oh man, I did something, and I ended up switching over to Morrowind enhanced textures, and I almost immediately noticed a benefit to my performance. And enhanced texture, Morrowind enhanced textures is a newer, more recent texture pack, and they seem to be updating it. So in any case, I would highly recommend that. Now, what else do I have that I have going on here? I have Demanufacturer's Reshader, but let me show you the presets that I use. Obviously, the top one, Lightroom. This is what, look, if I turn on and off, that's actually the reshape. Curves. This makes the lights lighter and the shadows darker. So I definitely use that. And then the Gaussian blur, it kind of just, I specifically do it because, it's your preference, obviously, but, dang it. Get over this cliff. I just noticed, things are like almost too detailed with Morrowind enhanced textures, which is good. So it looks better, and, there's a performance boost, which you would not think so, but, it's almost like too detailed, and I like the Gaussian blur because it kind of gives everything a sort of luminous radiance. So that's what I got going on there. Anyway, so there's that piece. I reinstalled my landscape. 2K. I had a 1K resolution. Now I'm at 2K now. Ironically, if you're on a lower end PC, you might want to do that. But actually, I learned something interesting and this is important to say and consider, that actually using lower resolution. Oh God, it's a herd of Khajiit. This is a texture replacer from, I'll show you guys that later. But anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so you don't always want to use less resolution, because that, believe it or not, can actually hurt your performance. Why? You would think, oh, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense, because if it's lower resolution, that means that I should be able to get higher performance. Well, not necessarily. Why is that? Because when your computer is processing lower resolution textures on a high-end computer, sort of like mine, it's not super high-end, but it's like moderately decent and good. I just upgraded my graphics card too, from a 1060 to a 1660 Ti. But, you know, what I noticed is that, and I confirmed this through some reading somewhere, that what happens is when you have a higher end computer processing lower resolution textures, you get a bigger gap between your lower 1% frame rate and your highest frame rate. So there's a bigger spread, which can cause jaggedy sort of freezes or choppiness in your game, and you don't want that. So it's actually better to just go for the decent textures, and this is true for almost any game. Oh yeah, there's my techno craziness. I know I've got a lot of it, but okay. In any case, here's also something for you guys to consider. You know, if you're getting choppiness in your game, try actually using a higher resolution, because your computer will have to process that, and instead of, you know, processing lower resolution and acquiring ultimately higher frames or FPS, you're getting higher FPS, but because you're getting higher FPS, your lower 1% FPS might be staying the same, and that's what's causing the choppiness. So try actually, if you're experiencing that, try using higher textures. So here is Ozzy's grass mod. In my opinion, the best grass mod. You know, like any grass mod in Morrowind, when you walk through it, you'll notice it kind of warps around you. Like that. It looks kind of funny, but that's how they all are. But this is the best one. I like it because it looks like it makes Morrowind look like a sort of dinosaur ancient alien landscape. Unlike other mods that I noticed, which are still good, I just prefer this one. I actually uploaded this, I found it on the web and then uploaded it with directions, because it can be hard for people to understand. You notice I also have these new textures. I'm usually not hip to over modding my Morrowind, but I found these textures, and again, there is a practical reason to increase the texture quality of your game, because it can actually help your performance counterintuitively. Let me go back to Balmora. So let me show you guys something else. This is one more thing. But you know, intelligent textures and MET are very similar, but they differ in some ways. And you know, I can say that despite the increased texture quality, my performance hasn't changed. In some ways, I think it's gotten better. And as you can see, the reason why is because also worse textures can be less optimized and therefore require your computer to process more draw calls, what are called draw calls. How many, you know, cells and shadings and things like that it has to process at any one given time. So, you know, counterintuitively, actually better graphics can help your performance. So, hence all my new, you know, texture mods that I'm using. As you can see, I actually got the Cliff Racer texture mod, these little guys right here, this is, these are like, I don't know, like Dwemer wasp machines from another mod that I'll post in here. But anyway, yeah, so, you know, this was a very sort of general, like, video. I just wanted to show you that, you know, go for a met. Oh gosh, I'm actually dying here. These things are powerful. Gosh, they're so strong when they hit you in their melee. I'm gonna run away now. Another thing is, one more thing that I'd like to just share with you guys is that Met, if you can compare what you see to my other videos, let me go invisible here because I don't want to die during the making of this film. Here's my alley. Oh, wait, no, that's not invisibility. That's okay. This is what the alley looks like. So the Dwemer meshes look a little bit more like stones. And I actually like that because with the Techno Dwemer mesh, it kind of makes the lights look like they're inside the rocks. Almost like it's like some kind of advanced rock lamp. If you guys... Do any of you have any rock lamps at home? I got rid of mine because those things they actually melt. The rocks melt if you don't keep your house cool. And I live in a hot part of the world, so I'm not trying to get my AC bill jacked up here. Okay, I just want to get out of this ash storm now. Maybe I can show you guys. Okay, here we go. Get a better view of this. So as you can see, it looks like the lights are coming through the rocks. It makes it look like a rock lamp. The Dwemer were so ingenuitive, weren't they? So anyway, I think that's about it. I don't think I didn't leave anything out. So there you have it. If you have any questions or comments or anything like that, just let me know. Let's go check out Ozzy's grass mod in the Acadian Isles region. Awesome. Alright guys, well there you have it. I will put a link in the description of all the mods that I had discussed and showcased here today. So go ahead and check them out. And I'll see you next time.